guys, so today I'm doing a super simple, quick, and easy makeup look for you. It is when you are running late, it is when you don't want to wear a lot of makeup, it's when you're not feeling your best. I still think that it's really, really gorgeous. It's very soft and girly for some reason to me is what comes to my mind. So I'm not going to blabber too much and I'll go ahead and get into this. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment down below what you want to see next and subscribe to my channel. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so first thing getting started, I'm going to put some lotion all over my face because right now all I've done to it is just wash it. I'm really trying with my lighting in this video, so if it looks too bad, I'm really, really sorry. It is surprisingly pretty dark outside already for some reason. It's only like 4 or something, I don't know. And so to prime my face, I'm going to be using my Revlon Photo Ready Perfecting Primer. I really have been liking this one a lot. I used this years and years and years ago and then I just kind of forgot about it, but I'm on the hunt for a good drugstore primer, so if you guys know one that you like, let me know. So I'm just going to put that all over. You can already see how much just like matter and smoother that made my face. So now I'm going to go in with a couple concealers underneath my eye. The first one that I like to start with is my Erase Paste from Benefit. This is my all-time favorite under eye like corrector. The only complaint I have about it is they only have a couple colors, or maybe this is like, I feel like they have 3. And anyways, this is the lightest one. It's in the color Fair and it's still really dark for me, but it does do a pretty good job at correcting. So it comes with this little scooper and I'm just gonna get some of that. Ooh, maybe too much of that. And just dab that underneath my eye. I like to start with this first because since this isn't exactly like my perfect concealer shade, since it's a little orangey, I like to go over top of it with all of my foundation so then it kind of evens it out. So I have my damp beauty blender that I have used already this morning, that's why it looks a little gross. And I'm just going to start dabbing that in. I like to really focus on that dark area, and then I like to get up in this little corner here too. I'm trying really hard for there not to be a shadow on my face, and there still is, but I don't know what else to do with my lights. I don't know. Now for my actual under eye concealer, I like to take this Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is in 1, I guess. I don't know another like little name for it, but anyways, it has the same type of dealio where it's a little bit orangey, but I really like to use this under all of my foundation, and you can just tell in this little pot it's super creamy. So I just get my finger and get a couple little dabs of that. And mainly the darkest part of my circles. I know this seems like super a lot to do for underneath your eyes, but I have dark circles and I like to look super bright and just glowing under there. So I'm going to take my beauty blender again and just start blending that out as well. So if you've never used any of those concealers, either 2 of those, either one of those, whatever I'm trying to say, it definitely leaves your skin looking super like wet almost no matter how you apply it. That's how it tends to look. That's another reason why I like to start underneath everything else that I'm going to put on my face with these, because they just tend to look that way. And honestly, even after everything else, if I don't set that really well, it still kind of looks like that underneath foundation and everything else. So now we're going to go in with some foundation. I've actually been using this NYX Stay Matte but Not Flat foundation. I got this a while ago, and when I first used it I didn't really love it just because it was not super matte. But I've kind of grown to like it even though it is not what it technically says that it is. So I'm going to put some of that on my beauty blender and just start dabbing that all over. so now that I have that done, I'm going to go on with some powder and set everything since it still looks super dewy, and that is not exactly what I'm going for today. I've been using this Airspun loose face powder. This is just literally from like CVS or Walgreens or something. I've heard a lot of people talk about this, and I've had this for a number of years also and have never been that big of a fan of it. As far as, it's not really like a standout powder to me, but it does set everything pretty nicely, and it doesn't add too much color, but just enough. So I'm going to go in with one of my Morphe brushes. This is the S14. It's a really big powder brush. It's just flat top. So I'm going to get some product on there, and then I'm just going to set everything. Alright, so now that we have everything set, I'm just going to go ahead and prime my eyes. Then I'm going to fill in my eyebrows. So I'm going to go ahead and get you guys zoomed in a little bit and set up a mirror over here so that I can get started on that. So to get started with my eyebrows, I just go ahead and groom them with a little spoolie. And then I'm going to go in with my definer brow from Maybelline. And this is in the color light brown, I believe. And so it is just a little stick kind of consistency. And so I have another video on how to fill in my eyebrows, or how I fill in my eyebrows. This is a little bit different from what I did in that video, but basically the same concept, just a different product. So I'm going to go ahead and do this and speed through it a little bit. So now I'm going to go in with this Makeup Forever. This is like a gel type of, not gel, a cream eyeshadow, and it is the Aqua Creams. This is the shade Lot, and so it just looks like this. It's really pretty gold shimmery, has a little touch of pink in it as well. And I'm just going to use my finger for this just because that helps kind of warm this product up the best. And I'm going to put that right on my lid. It's the most intense tutorial you've ever seen. I know, it's complicated, but we'll get through it. So hopefully the lighting is letting you see that okay, because this is kind of faint. It's just a little touch of color. So now I'm going to go in with this ColourPop eyeshadow. This is one of their Super Shock shadows, and this is in the color On the Rocks. This is what it looks like. So gorgeous and shimmery and cute. And then I'm going to go in with this little definer brush from Morphe. This is the M139. And I'm just going to get a good bit of that on my brush here. Just sculpt out my crease, not too harshly. Something that you need to be aware of if you're using cream eyeshadows like I did is usually this type of shadow and the cream don't mix very well, so you're not going to want to try to put a lot of that on top of it. I'm just putting that in my crease. So after I have that nice and mostly blended, I'm going to go in with my Sigma tapered blending brush. This is the E40, and I really like this because it's super big and just fluffy to blend out the edges of any eyeshadow, any harsh lines, anywhere. So for my highlight, I'm going to be using this palette. This is the Blush Nudes from Maybelline that you guys probably have heard about. It's at drugstores. It's super cheap, but the quality is okay. And I'm going to be taking this color right up here. This is not exactly like a stark white, but it's sort of in the middle of being white and cream, but it's more on the cream side. So I'm going to take that color. This is just a flat shader brush from Morphe. It does not have a number with it. And I'm just going to put some of that underneath my brow bone. So before I put my mascara on, I'm just going to go in with some nude liner from Rimmel London. This is called In the Nude, and it is exactly what it says it is. And I'm just going to put that on my lower waterline. So So from here, what I'm going to do is not line my eyes at all on the upper part, and then just put on some of my Maybelline Falsies mascara and the Voluminous from L'Oreal. Okay, so other than that, I'm not going to line my eyes or do anything else except for my mascaras. So I'm going to go ahead and put those on and finish up the rest of my face, and then I will be back to show you guys everything else that I used. I'll be right back. Okay, so here's everything finished. I just went ahead and finished with all my powders. I put some blush on. I did not do a contour with this look just because I thought it was a little bit softer on the main part of my face. If I just had my blush, I did take some bronzer on my forehead and on my nose and on my chin a little bit, and that was my Hoola bronzer from Benefit. The blush that I used is from Bare Minerals, and this is the one Golden Gate. It's a very, very pretty, super, super pink color, so you have to be a little bit careful with it. And then for my lips, what I did was put on some Nivea lip balm, and this is the Milk and Honey one. And then what I did is I went over the outline of my lips with my NYX Burgundy lip liner, and it is just a pretty, just a red. And anyways, so that pretty much wraps it up for this look. I don't think I did anything else besides my mascara. I highlighted a little bit, but anyway, so that is it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this look. It's super simple, super quick, and this is just something that I like to do when I still want to have a little bit of makeup on, but I just want it to be a little bit softer and quicker. It's a really good option for those days. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I upload every single Monday, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!